Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watch along. Tonight we are covering the Arsenal women in the league, FA Women's League Cup, Continental Cup semi-final for a place in the League Cup final, obviously, against possibly either West Ham or Chelsea. That fixture is played out tomorrow night. But this has got so many implications, not just because of obviously whoever wins goes to a final of the first domestic trophy of the season, but these two teams then meet again on Saturday afternoon in the league in the rearranged fixtures from what was postponed at the start of the season because of the Queen's death. And so a lot of implications going into tonight's result. Just before we put the team lineups, so you can, if you're in the UK and you want to watch this, you can catch it on the BBC iPlayer live. That's the only place you can catch it, basically. Aside from that, because of the FA Cup, you're going to have to look elsewhere and hope for the best, basically. But whilst we wait for you guys to settle in and get your score predictions, get your thoughts on the teams and all that, we're going to get the teams up on my screen. As we're going to put this up now, a few changes to Sunday's game against West Ham where we drew 0-0 in the league and flattered to deceive quite literally, and West Ham got a lot of plaudits for doing sweet FA whilst we made hard work of something we shouldn't have done, but that's neither here nor there. As you can see straight away, the first change is Zensberger's on the bench and D'Angelo is in goal. And then you've got Ventvire, Ruben Roy, Raphael, and McCabe as our backline. And then I don't know why he's doing this suddenly. He tried it on Wednesday. I know she can play in the midfield, but when Jonas tries it, it doesn't work clearly because he tried it against West Ham. It didn't work. It's now he seems like he wants to be persistent with this for some bizarre reason, even though the usual midfield trio isn't an issue. But it is if Jonas wants to get himself sacked early, so be it. Got Leah Williamson, Kim Little, and Madam in the midfield trio instead of a pivot and then someone on top. And then we've got a forward threesome of Caitlin Ford, Pelova, and Cole. Probably butchered the last one, but I do apologise on that one. But so yeah, as you can see, there's a few changes on the bench. The ones that have made the bench, obviously, say Zinsberger, our other goalkeeper McKersey. Then we've got Beattie, Steph Catley, Leah Vorti, Malitz, Hurling, Aziman, and for me, a surprise in one sense, because I have a thing of berating Jonas for picking this player in a starting 11, no matter what, for the last year, quite literally, has benched her tonight, and that's Stina Blackstenius. He has benched Stina Blackstenius in again. What I wouldn't mind. We are playing Man City again in a few days' time, so really, and she's form and confidence-wise not the best. So you'd think, yeah, you'd give her a run out, but just to try and get confidence up for Saturday because he knows she's going to start on Saturday no matter what happens tonight. Our forward three could score literally a hat trick and 2 goals each between them or whatever. It's and now still one of them will still get dropped for Steen on Saturday. But maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Jonas, and maybe he finally saw the light on Wednesday, and he's given her the boot. He's given her the Iwabuchi treatment of you're on the bench now, tough luck. Even though we ain't got no one to long term this season to fill her boots, so I say, in terms of her position, long term, because we ain't got Beth Mead, we haven't got Vivian Miedemar because they're both out injured with an ACL respectively, and we didn't get any striker in whatsoever in the whole of the January window. He'd rather wait until the last 24 hours of the window and go, we want the one from Man United in Elisa Russo. But then by then it's because you're leaving it so late. We never had a chance of getting her. And now we've got to pray and hope we win the getting Elisa Russo and both sort out after talents in the summer for free amongst Chelsea, betting out amongst Chelsea and all that. So we've got to pray and hope now. So yeah, Fantastic. As you can tell, I'm full of optimism and positivity towards you, and as you can tell. But it's going to be a tough one tonight. Because either way, the result is going to be done by tonight. I don't see it being done in 90 minutes. If Arsenal are to win it, it won't be done in 90 minutes. The only way it is done in 90 minutes is Man City absolutely obliterate us and get a few favours of the referee and do us over, basically. But I think due to the fact that we are at home tonight at Bournemouth Wood, hopefully it's going to be a big turnout as well from the crowd. I think we can do this 2-1. I can't see us keeping a clean sheet against City, to be honest. And as I say, with the fixture coming up on Saturday, away to City, it's going to be a very tightly contested game tonight, and it's going to be literally one goal. I think it's going to be one goal in it, unless we completely fall apart here. Personally, again, I don't know. D'Angelo, she's new in. It's a lot of pressure to put on her. It's a big game. I personally would have played Zinsberger and kept D'Angelo for if we get past Chelsea for the FA Cup and things like that. But it is what it is on that side of things. If you're new to the channel, by the way, do subscribe, do smash that like button, and do share the content around. It does massively help the channel as it grows. And get your score predictions in as well. And we'll have a chat back and forth as well. And depending on how the game goes as well, we'll more likely be talking about if the game is a dull affair, so we say, we will be talking about the Man City situation. So, in terms of the club itself, not just taking out on women or whatever, it's going to be what's going on at Man City as a club itself and diving into all that as well. So it's going to be a very interesting night. Either way. Oh dear, the joys. I have got a poll in the chat as well. Go and check that out. It's basically simple. Who do you think is going to win tonight? There's no sort of time frame put on it in terms of 90 minutes, extra, whatever. It's quite literally, who do you think is going to win, prevail to the final? Arsenal or Man City? No, if buts or maybes. I didn't put a draw in because there's no point, because it's not going to be you can't have a draw tonight. It's going to be one way or the other, a team winning, basically. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. One sec. We had a few votes already. All saying Arsenal so far, so that's cool. Cool. Close that up, and we are gonna now go and check because it's now 6 minutes past. So now we've got to go and check an iPlayer and search. I will say this before kickoff. Actually, I've got a bit of a gripe tonight in terms of the game itself being put on iPlayer. The media, like the BBC, Sky, and all that, they say we want to do our bit to help push on the game, the women's game, and bring it to how the men's game's seen and approached and all that. But we've got FA Cup replays, which is FA Cup in terms of broadcasting in the UK is shared between BBC and ITV. Yet BBC, it seems the replays this time around are only being shown on the BBC, which then means the women's game is then, because of that, the FA Cup's taking precedence over the women's game tonight, and it's been basically going, well, we've got the rights to it, we can show it live, stick it on iPlayer. Like, how are you thinking you're going to help progress the women's game even further if you're treating it at any opportunity you're favouring the men's game over the women's game like you have done tonight? It's not helping whatsoever. If anything, it's just showing what your real thoughts are, basically, BBC in this case. And yes, so I've got to play Hunt the Game now on the iPlayer. Woohoo! What also annoys me, I'm going to get into that actually, I've got to say that for another time because that can be deemed as political, and I'm not, well, because of the person involved and all of that. I need to be good, so I say, on that side of things, not cause any reason for me to be suddenly shut down from my live. There we go. Watch live, yes, not from the start, obviously. And it says watch live. Can't click onto it on iPlayer. They're not even showing footage. This is another thing, because kickoff is literally 6 minutes away. There's no build up. There's literally I would show you, but BBC will fucking take me down. There's literally nothing in terms of the build up for this game whatsoever. It's pathetic. The coverage of it is pathetic. It's a major semi-final against two of the biggest clubs in the women's game, going head to head for a spot in the League Cup final, and they're giving no build-up coverage to it. We're literally gonna get, hi, we're live, and these are the teams, and out they come, and boom, off you go. Ange's in the chat, big up, and if you want, and if you want to, obviously, don't know if what your actual plans are your end, but if you want to watch it along with me, if you want to come on and watch it with me and all that, and give your thoughts on what I've been ranting already about, amongst other things, if you want to pop on, let me know, and I'll send a link over to you to pop on if you want. Don't have to, obviously. And yes, you're right, but grateful to watch. Oh yeah, obviously we're grateful that we were able to watch it. It's just the coverage again. It's just so many not even condescending in one sense, because literally that they keep saying they want to. Here we go. It's just gone live now. It's a voiceover. It's not even like there's someone on the pitch side or anything. It's just a voiceover. But they want to help the women's game and all that. How it's covered. Just come on. Yeah, literally, same mind. They want to help progress it. This, that, and the other. They keep saying that, and then the first opportunity to go against what they say, they go against it. They completely go against it. Look, I've said from the off, I love the FA Cup. Don't get me wrong, but when that particular competition is shared between the BBC and ITV this season, they could have done it in a way where tonight ITV had showed some of the replays tonight, and the BBC could focus on this on BBC One or BBC Two, respectively. And then the rub sort of because they didn't do that. Went, oh fuck it, I play whatever. So, there's Lottie, I think. Not Lottie would be more Lottie, one of the friends of the channel and all that. Here come the girls. It proves my point as well. No coverage, just a voiceover, and teams have come out now. But the rub, as I say, rubbing salt in the wound of all that what I just said, they then don't show any build up to the game. It's literally 2 minutes before they come out of the changing room. Another YouTube. No, that's fine. That's cool. No worries. They literally, as it did, so 2 minutes before they come out, they go live, but not even someone pitch side as a host of the thing. It's a voiceover. It's so poor. It's just like you're saying one thing and then contradict yourself. But look, it is what it is. And right, got Demi Mead in the chat. Where can you watch the match? Is it on Sky or BBC? It's on the BBC iPlayer. Because the FA Cup replays, the amount of them anyway, this game was on the iPlayer, so you have to go on the iPlayer when it loads up, go into categories, sport, and it'll be the first thing there because it's live. Oh dear. Anyway, Ange, before you disappear, anyway, what's your score predictions in the chat, by the way? Obviously, Ange and Demi. Oh dear. I will give them my one. I think it'll be 2-1. Hopefully 2-1 to us, obviously. And as I say, that it's now buffing. Of course it is. Oh, thank you, BBC. And they've now booted. Of course they have. Okay, I can't watch the game out of me. So the BBC are completely screwed themselves up. Fantastic. I really ain't in the mood for them tonight. See, if this was on BBC Two or BBC One tonight, you wouldn't have this issue. So I'm not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood. Andrews Green going 2-1. That's cool. Same, great minds and all that. Not channels, categories. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm on Watch Live, but you actually show me the game. That'd be fantastic. Oh dear. I'm not suffering any falls today. No. So I think probably one thing is a good thing that Steenie's not playing actually, because I'm really not in the mood for seeing her waiting like 3 or 4 opportunities for scoring. Good turnout though. I will say that from what I'm seeing so far from the crowd. And we're kicking off, by the way. Caitlin's standing over the ball. Come on, girls. Come on. Let's get ourselves to a League Cup final. First in what, 2-3 years now? Didn't get to it last year because United knocked us out quarter finals. It should have been, but anyway. Yeah, so it'll be our first in 2 years. If we get through tonight, it'll be our first League Cup final in 2 years. Since 2 years ago. And we lost to Chelsea on penalties. And we were even with a better team or whatever. And this has really pissed me off now because I've just seen a notification saying the game's kicked off, but I'm still waiting for the game to kick off on my. Is another thing. Because it's now been streamed on iPlayer, everyone's going to be, there's no one's going to be in sync. We're all going to be behind each other. But I've done it literally in the last 30 to 40 seconds. I had a notification on my phone, game's kicked off already. So I know the phone's going to ruin it for me anyway. And we're off. Here we go. Scoreboard. Where are you? Come on, girls. No messing about tonight. It can't be any worse than Sunday's game, performance-wise, against the Hammers. And to our own standards, it was bad. It was appalling how we approached that game, how we went about that game, how wasteful we were in the final third. Mainly for me, it was on Sunday. It was the final third that not only obviously let us down, but was our weak point basically. In terms of we just lacked that cutting edge. I will say this: I don't think. Okay, how's that phone to us when we touch the ball? But okay. We all, to be honest. Right, Stefan, how you doing, my friend? No, I don't think this will be a repeat of last season when Man City came to Bournemouth and we pumped them 5-0 in the league. I don't think it's going to be a repeat of that. Going by my score prediction, that's already a giveaway. I just don't get. I know I've been a bit bit of a negative, you know what, at the moment towards Jonas and how I've started this stream and all that, but I don't get Jonas' sudden mindset of playing Leah in midfield. Again, I know she can play midfield. She does it brilliantly for England. But Jonas has always played her as one of our centre back pairing. It's her and Raphael. 9 times out of 10, unless they're both injured or one's injured, whatever, or he wants to rest them. And suddenly he's gone with Raphael and Ruben Moy. Again, nothing wrong with Ruben Moy either. But he's put Leah in the midfield. It didn't on Sunday. I don't know why it didn't work, but it just didn't work. And now this is an even bigger test for us tonight, going into Saturday's game, Saturday afternoon. He's trying it again. Mentally, that could backfire on us. If we get done tonight, that could massively backfire on us as Chloe Kelly kicks the corner flag instead of the ball. I've got to do better than that. Defend it. Get rid of it. don't limit it. Bloody hell, man. And that Mano? Yeah, it was. No, it was a fucking. Oh, cool. What even hyping out surname, new player. Ball was behind us. He just flicks a limit in, but it's escaped off the studs. And as you can tell, I'm already tense and nervous as hell because I don't want us to lose tonight, obviously. Get to a final. And hopefully this time win it, unlike the first final under Jonas, where we got shown up in this enough. I was there. I was at Wembley for that delayed FA Cup final anyway. In December 5th, not last year, obviously the year before now. And December 5th, it's an FA Cup final, and you're there. It was bitter that day as well. And as wrapped up as we were, we even bought. I went with my cousin. We even bought scarves as that was a cup final scarf and all that. To wrap around and skip the next one, it wouldn't have it. And you're there. It was freezing your knackers off or whatever. It's freezing basically. And we got from the get-go, absolutely torn a new one basically by Chelsea. I know we was missing Lee at the time, but still. The second they went 1-0 up in that final, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Because I was actually looking the whole day, everything. I was so excited because my first women's FA Cup final I went to. And obviously with the added spice of Emma Hayes and Chelsea, I thought, you know what, we could do this. Going by how we've been going in the season, even without Lee at that point, I thought we could do this. And then we just went, yeah, fuck you. We won't even bother turning up. Go on, Kate, go on. Give it a bit, go on. Go. Go on, Vic. Go on, 5 hour. Go on. That was a defender's finish, shall we say. It wasn't in the terms of the shot. Oh, but it's a good shot. Don't get me wrong, it's a good shot, but it was from a defender's type of shot, basically. But fair play to us. He went for it. He took the opportunity, tested the goalkeeper at least. At least it was on target. Got a corner out of it as well. Showing promise though. Got through him quite easy there. I was down in the middle. Well, mate, I'll share that. I'll share that with you, Ange. I'll share that. It was so cold though. What made it worse? Because if it had been a nice, obviously normal, well, it was meant to obviously all happen back. Oh, go on. No, I miss it. If it had been in a normal situation of non-COVID and it had been back in May of that year, obviously it'd been nice and weather, sort of good and bear it, and the weather wouldn't have been much of an issue. It's like, okay, it's not ideal the result, but it's a nice day. Let's go and make a day of it, sort of thing. But it's so cold. Oh dear, it was that cold. Me and my cousin were absolutely frozen. So instead of going after the final whistle, obviously once we left and all that, the stadium, I mean, instead of going straight to the station and making our way back home and all that, we just literally went to the shopping centre, we're going to call it, across the way by Wembley Arena. Found a restaurant and basically had some dinner. Basically, warmed ourselves up, had a hot drink and all that as well, and warmed ourselves up. It was that cold. Took the chill out, and then eventually made our way down Wembley Way when it was clear, and avoided all the Chelsea fans. And yeah, so, the match aside itself, it was a good day. Don't get me wrong. Sometime with my cousin and all that, had a chat, had a bit of a laugh, as you do. Had a few drinks, met up with Lottie, George, and a few others as well. Once we were inside the stadium and all that. And yeah, it was a good day in general, but the result itself. But yeah, hopefully, if we do win tonight, get to the final of this tournament anyway. Hopefully, we go one better this time, no matter being West Ham or Chelsea. You watch tomorrow now, actually, because West Ham play Chelsea for the second semi-final tomorrow. You watch West Ham capitulate tomorrow and get torn a new one by Emma Hayes' Chelsea. I guarantee it. And that'll irk me more about Sunday's game. Just gone. But it is what it is. You never know. West Ham could cause an upset. Imagine that Arsenal v West Ham, mate. I don't even know where the final's held because the League Cup final itself is not held at Wembley. I don't know why. because they made a big deal of the FA Cup final being moved from because it used to be the FA Cup used to be a neutral stadium up and down the country, whatever. Then not I think how long ago now. In the last 10 or so, about the last 10 years, there's the FA the FA and all decided, you know what, we're going to move the Women's FA Cup final to Wembley as well. But they haven't done it for the League Cup. The League Cup finals are still at a neutral ground, basically. So I think if we do get through tonight, I will check out where the final's been held this year. If it's Arsenal West Ham, that'll be interesting because my cousin's a West Ham fan. So that could be an interesting stream. Try and see these around and get him on. So that's again 9 minutes in on my mind anyway. 8:48, or basically 8:48 to be precise, whatever. But we've started off all right actually. Better. We've already created a better chance than what we did in the entire 9 minutes against West Ham. Like a clear-cut chance in the final third as well. We've got Chris in the chat. How you doing, Chris? No Liverpool tonight. How you doing? I'm assuming you could be flicking between, obviously keeping taking part in the chat here, and obviously keeping an eye on managers, Leeds versus United. Oh mate, I've always Big up to John in the chat as well. Just put his comment. Thank you for following our girls. Big up, no, mate. I'm again Arsenal through and through, and again I'm part of a certain generation that has always been watching and keeping an eye on. Well, watching when they're able to, and keeping an eye on the women's team. Fucking years now. But put it this way, the Vic Akers era. That's how long it got. My following of the women's team goes back. Like, I don't think now. Because we won because Vic Akers literally in the last few going into his last few years in 2000, going into the last few years of his managerial time as the women's manager or head coach, whatever. When the team went back then, women's football was still part time at the time. In 06, 07, we won the quadruple, the only team to win all 4 trophies available: League Cup, FA Cup, and the Champions League. Contrary to popular belief nowadays by the Chelsea lot, that is the case. We're even making a point now of our new stadium at the Emirates. No, but my point is, basically my following of the women's teams goes literally that way late night, like the mid to late 90s onwards. Because again, I used to get the when it was obviously available, no longer available now, is it? The Arsenal magazines. Basically monthly Arsenal magazine, and all that. And again, as a kid, all the way until it stopped. That's my thing. Every month, I'd go out and go to Smith's or wherever, and buy myself a copy of it. Well done, goalie. Good concentration left in the goalkeeper, not losing her head and making any mistakes. Keep an eye on the ball and caught the ball easily. So yeah, as I say, I was getting by buying the magazines, because obviously predominantly it was dominated by the men's team, obviously, but they would also touch on the youth levels and the women's teams as well. Now they're keeping everyone updated on how they were doing respectively in all their leagues and competitions respectively. It even remember Masters Football, we used to be on Sky every year. That would even get mentioned in the monthly magazines as well when that was being held. So that's sort of if I'm being honest, that's sort of my introduction to the women's side of the game as well, because it's back then called Arsenal Ladies as well, not Arsenal Women. But that was my introduction to us having a women's team, and ever since then I just kept following, and now with more coverage that we're now getting these days, it's easier to watch the games and follow them. And look, I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm on an Arsenal channel, and there is a niche. I've been saying it for over a year and a half. There is a wanting for the women's game in terms of more and more people are getting into it and want to go into the women's games or watch the women's games, respectively. And I mean, obviously you see it with Barcelona. They've had the new camp twice in the Champions League last season, and that sort of that really helped me ram it home that in the UK there is a calling for it in terms of. One sec. So we have to sort of seize the moment, and then with the success of the England women's team doing what they did in the Euros, it seems more than anyone, the Arsenal fans in general have latched onto that, and pretty much every league game that's been at that WSL game that's been at the Emirates this season has been big turnouts. First one was North London Derby. I was there myself. That was what I think we got 55,000 tickets sold, and just over 50,000 turned up on the day. So almost a full stadium, basically. Man United was 35 to 40,000 ticket, 40,000 sold, just under 40 turned up, just under I think like 38, 39,000, whatever. And then most recently, the women's game against Chelsea a couple of weeks ago, that was 45 turned up, 47,000 tickets sold, and 45,000 turned up. I mean, so the demand is there, the want is there. We've just got, in general, we've just got to help push along and do what we can. And I'm just again, I'm covering the game. I cover every single women's game I can. I've only missed one in terms of streaming wise this season. That was the quarterfinal a couple of weeks ago against Villa, and that's just because I was meant to. Don't get me wrong, I was meant to. Just on the day itself, I had a lot of angst throughout the day, and I just weren't in the mood in the end. But obviously I watched the game, but still, but yeah, certain factors happened off air, and I was just like. Because I would have come on and I would have been a better disordered. It's not fair that I'll take it out and vent out and give you poor quality content, basically. But as I say, there is a demand, and not just in terms of going, but for Arsenal channels like myself to cover the women's game. And you know what? Myself and a couple of others have latched onto that in terms of we know the demand is there, so we're going to do our bit to get the word out there, basically. And I do want to introduce a weekly podcast solely dedicated to the Arsenal women's team as well. It's just about timing and finding the right people to help do the podcast as well for that side of things. But the demand's there, and the proof is in the numbers on my channel. On my channel alone, since I've integrated the women's team and women's football on here, the numbers are proof of the pudding. And I enjoy it anyway. I've enjoyed most of it. I've enjoyed doing the odd game where it's like unlucky. Went for a shot there, man, and from a free kick, and it went out. They were going for a corner, but I think it went straight out myself. Stefan saying Defo been a huge improvement in the women's game. Hope it keeps on moving ahead. Hope that's the hope. I think no matter what happens in the summer in the World Cup, the Women's World Cup coming this summer, which again I will be covering for all the England women's games in the World Cup. I will be covering here on the channel as well. But no matter what happens in that World Cup, we not just obviously myself, lots of Ange and Richard and all that, and others. A couple, one other that's doing the covering the women's game and all that. From an Arsenal perspective, not only have we got to keep, no matter what, we have to obviously do our bit, but the mainstream media itself have got to just, no matter what, win the World Cup or not, they have got to keep on it. If the women don't win the World Cup, they can't just go, well, as a one tournament won, and just take their foot off the gas again. Because then it goes straight back to where it was again, and you're fighting a losing battle. I mean, it's for me. I keep saying it. I mean, tonight's been proving a pudding that this is still a long way to go. The fact that this game, a big game like this, is on iPlayer. I will say this though, all this rambling on I've had for the last 18 odd minutes, 18 minutes exactly now, since the game's kicked off. We have actually played better tonight. So far, the first 18 minutes have been a vast improvement from Sunday. What we got? We've got Kim in the chat as well. Big up Kim. Says hi Ryan and chat. Hope you're all doing well. Come on, you Gunners. And Stefan says prefer women's international football to men. To be honest, and I had no interest in the December World Cup. Hashtag dodgy FIFA. Sorry. Again, internationally, the women's game. Yeah, everyone knows anyone that's a regular of this channel or knows me off air knows my thoughts on men's international football anyway. Like Stefan said, women's international football, don't mind actually. I'm like, you know what? It's entertaining. There's not one game that's dull whatsoever. It's just better to watch, really. Where you compare it to in general, like for example, England men's teams and all that. No matter who we play with, it's just awful. It's just like it hasn't been interest for me for years, but it's not improving anytime soon under Southgate. Trust me. Big props though. We're Wednesday, aren't we? Wednesday night in early February. What do I think? Wednesday night. So we are in 7 days into February, basically. Just look at my calendar over there. Because I've got one there and one there. The women's calendar there. The men's one's over there. But this one's I can actually look and have to lean over and all that crap. But yeah, as I say, it's 7th of February, and basically it's good. Again, sounds like it's been a good turnout tonight from the fans. And there'll be vocals while they're getting behind the team, which again after working on the Sunday, I think the girls need that show of support. Slow down. We just give the ball. That Lossie or it was Lossie, wasn't it? She's trying to pass it in the midfield and got blocked off. Dodgy Man City. We'll get onto Man City as a whole in a minute, Kim. Don't worry. If this game goes a bit. If we have any lull moments during this match, I already said we will be touching on the Man City situation, which is going to be very interesting to get into. And as the memes have been going around since the announcement of Man City situation's come about, if you're a Chelsea fan, be afraid, motherfucker. Be afraid. Because if they're investigating, if they've been investigating Man City from day one, basically going back to day one for the last 4 years, but going back to day one when they came in, I guarantee Chelsea have been investigated. That's all I'm saying. Under their new ownership, since 8-9 months ago. So because of the money they're spending, I guarantee they've been investigated. Not by the FA, let alone UEFA, are just waiting until the summer when they don't qualify for Europe just to go in and crucify Chelsea. So couldn't happen to two nicer clubs as far as I'm concerned. I mean, in terms of Man City, just touch on briefly on the Man City situation. They've brought it on themselves. Publicly, they brought it on themselves. They can say all these statements, we're disappointed in the FA, But when you're putting out these statements saying you're number one in the world above Man United, Bayern Munich's, Barcelona's, and obviously Real Madrid's of this world, and financially, in terms of incoming revenue, when you haven't even got the fan base to Good, well done. Good goalkeeping again. Good shot from Kelly straight down the goalkeeper's throat. But yeah. So yeah, you haven't got the fan base of the Man United, Real Madrid, Barcelona, or even Arsenal to that extent. But you're the number one in the world in terms of revenue, incoming, and all that. Jesus, how is that physically possible, legitimately possible, if you're doing things legit? Dodgy Real Madrid, but at least they have a fan base, a worldwide fan base, unlike Man City. But yeah, they're dodgy. We know Madrid are dodgy, Barcelona, Juventus. If you think about it, how Bayern Munich's run, that's dodgy as well. That the fact that they've lost after the World Cup, they lost Neuer for the rest of the season because he broke his ankle or something, whatever it was, in a skiing trip after the World Cup. I don't know why you're doing a skiing trip. By going on a skiing holiday after a World Cup, and it's not halfway through a season, but still. And instead of using their backup goalkeeper that they had, because they'd got two, before when they had Neuer, there's number 2 and number 3. Instead of using number 2, making him the number 1 for the rest of the season, or having number 2 and 3 compete for the number 1 spot for the rest of the season, they've gone out and gone into the Bundesliga and got the next best thing in the Bundesliga in Sommer, an experienced goalkeeper in Sommer, who's the Switzerland goalie, obviously, and brought him in, and now he's the number 1. And the actual number 2 and number 3 are thinking, hang on, what the fuck? And apparently that's allowed, apparently. Let alone all the years where they've been spent, they'd literally go to the rivals like Dortmund and go, Lewandowski, Mario Götze, Hummels, we want them, we're going to have them, thank you very much. Go on. Okay, then. Don't get me started on Juventus and Italian football is a whole different. That's a whole different podcast, Steph. And I think we actually need to devote a whole podcast to the Italian football and Juventus in general, in terms of dodginess. That's all I'm saying. I'm not just talking most recently. I'm talking in general, historically. If Rangers were relegated to the very bottom of the Personal League, then the same should be done for the City. Imagine that, and not only that, because they're then putting down to the bottom tier of the football pyramid in England, like the very bottom, like the semi-pro leagues, basically the non-league basically. Salary cap put in place. They can't. They have to sell all their squad to get their wage bill down to account for that league, and they can only you basically, as I say, spend to the equivalent of the league they're in, and they have to rebuild again, basically, and again, not just rebuild. They have to. Basically, it's sort of going. I'm not liking this. By the way, I'm really not liking this. Basically, it's not going to go into this, but they also, like Rangers did. Rangers, when they went down, they got knocked down to the lowest tier of Scottish football. They were also forced into administration, and they had to come back as a new brand, basically, a whole new club. And that should happen to City, but it won't happen to City, but it should. Don't mention Rangers to mention what I think. It wasn't the same without Rangers in the SPL to these. Yeah, it was. What was done to Rangers being demoted to the lowest tier of football and all that in Scotland, sorry. You can argue has completely screwed the reputation the SPL once had in terms of quality and competition was between the two. Even though it was between the two of them every year, they was able to attract some of the best players still in their pomps respectively, like Henrik Larsson, John Hartz, and Sinian Petrov, Neil Lennon, Paul Gascoigne. Just to name, I'm just naming a few here off the cuff. Whereas because of what happened to Rangers then at demotion, neither Celtic got lazy and just brought in Eastern Europeans and the Asian, the Japanese and all that type players, or Championship League One quality sort of players from England, and they were still able, because there was no competition, still able to win the league, and they got comfortable, didn't they? And so obviously with Rangers, they had to literally rebuild from scratch in the club, and it's only in the last since Gerrard came in, sorry, they've started to be able to somewhat be competitive with Celtic, but still not to the point where they used to be, and it's still not. They still can't. Neither team can really attract them the similar type of players they used to be able to attract. Is of a certain ilk now, and that's for big clubs of Rangers and Celtic's qualities, respectively. They're basically used by these players that they bring in now as a stepping stone to be noticed by a Premier League club or Championship club, to then go elsewhere. Oh, don't die me then. Don't die me again, for fuck's sake. I hate this bloody... Great. It's now buffering. Again. Take me to the moon. Anyway, got to go take care. No worries, Kim. Talk to you soon, my friend. Hope you keep well and all that. I've got to watch this again, seriously. I remember players wanting to play for Celtic Rangers over Prem teams not in Europe. Now players would rather join the Championship over the SBL. Yeah, exactly. But also look at the players look at the quality of players that Celtic and Rangers respectively are now bringing in at this nowadays. I mean, put a finer point in it. For example, Morelos of Rangers would never play for Rangers back in the day. That sort of quality of player would not be playing for Rangers back before all this, before all that debacle. But that's what the SBL can. That's the levels that the SBL has dropped to in the last few years. I won't say couple, last decades or so. Oh, bloody coasters. Yeah, that's better. Clean out the throat. Do, 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 do. Okay, cool. Could be worse in terms of that side of things. Okay. Close this down. Clearing the feed on Twitter. Sorry about that. I'm quiet for a second, but nothing really to talk about now in terms of the game itself. Sort of as it stands, very evenly balanced, sort of end to end an extent at a steady pace. Both teams are now creating chances at both ends, but it's just a matter of who actually takes the opportunity first puts the ball in the net first. That's basically what I mean. We ain't got the numbers in midfield. I don't know where Lee has disappeared to, by the way. Obviously dropped into defence, of course he has. So you've put your formation you're putting in midfield, but really you're putting three centre backs in the defence. You're playing five at the back, effectively. Pass it. Oh, for God's sake. Well, that was poor from Krul. Kate Ford recovering it though, thank God. Oh, bloody hell, ref. Back into this. That's what I'm saying, Stefan. That's what I'm saying. That before what happened to Rangers happened, the quality of both teams was absolutely fantastic. Basically, look at that's what I'm saying. Look at the quality of players they had back then, and like Chris says, back then, players you now see in the Championship or lower or down the lower leagues of the Premier League, whatever, the lower positions of the Premier League. Sorry, they would rather play at a lower league of England than go to Scotland now. Even like the top talents as well would rather not go play in Scotland, and the ones that do go to Scotland, play in Scotland now, are just using both Glasgow clubs as a stepping stone to bigger and better, respectively. And that's mad to say that because the Celtic and Rangers are huge clubs, respectively, historically anyway. We've got a new face in the chat who's a new sub. Says, I'm not gonna fall for it in terms of your name. Fair play. I'm gonna call you Cheese. That's it. I'm not gonna say the first. Say in one here because I know where that's going. I'm not that wet behind. Not that wet behind the ears. But welcome, my friend. Hope you're okay. Welcome to the channel. Pretty mad how we went from talking about Man City's problems at the moment to talking about Rangers and Celtic like that. Oh, this is scrappy. I'm not liking this. I'm really not liking how scrappy this is. Is that the youth team training outside the stadium in the outdoor football courts outside of Bournemouth Stadium there? The reason I'm asking because it's like anyone that's watching, you'll see the campan's back to it. Anyone that's been at Bournemouth as well, you'll know what I'm on about. But there's basically football courts outside of the Bournemouth Stadium, basically on the other side, fencing. And every time the camera sort of pans up to that area, there's obviously a group of there's training taking part. From what I can tell, they're wearing bibs like green and pink bibs with Adidas on them. Like the logo, you can see the logo just about. And I'm wondering if that is the youth team training or just the local football team. And they're just being given a load of Adidas bibs by the club. So far, 36 minutes in, near 37. But so far, we've been better. This has been a better performance so far than what we saw on Sunday. I don't know what to make of that, but that is the case. Because we played West Ham on Sunday and drew 0-0. It has been better so far, saying that. One sec. Go on, Caitlin, go on. Aye, get your foot over it. Fucking hell. I'm going to get many of them chances in this game, trust me. It would have been a sick assist back from Man if that had gone in from Caitlin. The thing is, the scary thing is, though, is Stina Blackstein has started tonight, and she was up top, and that fallen to her. The ball would have ended up in the car park, just outside the gates. Beyond that goal. Stefan, Celtic Rangers on far more interesting, to be honest. There is a stream called PLZ on YouTube, which is on every day in a good laugh. I might check that out, actually. So after tonight or something, I might check that out. So just remind me, keep me reminded about that in terms of the channel's name, in case I forget. Oh, my days. Put my camera down a bit and that's about a bit. So I can actually lean back properly in the chair, like my head just bopping on the bloody scoreboard there. For me, we are being a bit too free and easy with the giving away the ball in certain areas of the pitch. Even though we didn't win it back, it's still. Go on, Kim. Drive Kim. Go on, Kim. Go on. Ah, Caitlin, put your fucking leg out. Throw a limit it. Bloody hell. Ah. Do you chaps watch the Irish guy? Is that what he's called? Are you talking about an Irish Arsenal fan or what? Do you mean that when you say Irish guy, do you mean that that's the channel's name, or is it Del Boy, the Arsenal fan? I say he's called himself Del Boy anyway. The Irish Schooner. Cheese is saying, thanks, mate. I'm a Gooner born in Islington and moved to Gosport near Portsmouth now. Well, that's a move. Fair enough. This is still in it. Channel was called the Irish Guy. Okay, I might check it out. I haven't heard of it myself, but I'll check it out later. Yeah, at least you can still travel if you want to certain games. If you want to Del Boy, yeah. At least you can travel to down to London or if you want to for certain Arsenal games, home or away, or whatever. Oh, for the love of days! So, how long have you moved since you moved to Portsmouth? And was he born? Again? If you don't mind me asking, was he actually born and raised in Islington? Or you just lived there most of your life, sort of thing? I'm just asking. And when again, don't mind me asking, without giving away your age, obviously. When did you start supporting the Arsenal as well? Let's get conversation going in the chat. That's all. It's on around 4 to 5 OC. There's no BS and good humour. Okay. Well, as I say, I'll check them both out later then. Whilst I can get my Guinness back. After taking the fucking glass mat, fucking beer mat, whatever you call it, with me. The glass beer mats with me because it fucking gets wet at the bottom. Oh, bloody hell. As he's on the booking as well. But how? Okay. Because he's on a booking, apart from obviously giving away the free kick, that's it. If that's, I'm sorry, if that was Katie McCabe, and even if Katie McCabe was on a booking and she did that foul on anyone else, she's getting sent off. That is absolute BS. For God's sake. Oh dear. Come on, girls. Up the ante a bit. Okay, it's been even though I say it's been an improvement from Sunday's performance against West Ham, there's still room for improvement in this game. There's still a bit free and easy, giving the ball away, and a bit passive, so I say, in the final third. Even though we are creating opportunities. Okay, I almost gave away the opportunity to Man City there, but thankfully Lottie held her own there and helped the goalkeeper out. Obviously, it's a sticky situation there. Yeah, as I say, even though there's vast improvement in the performance in general, there's still a lot of improvement needed there because giving the ball giving the ball away way too easy and cheaply. But even when we did get the final third, even though we have created more chances than we did against West Ham, we're still, again, not to be desired. So it's a good evening, Russ, my old mucker. How you doing, my friend? By the way, Russ, I was going to message you after this. Actually, keep forgetting to message you. I need to message John as well. Both your prizes, your book and his book, will be with you next week. So just an update because of all the postal strikes and all that, everything's taken a while to get over to where it's meant to go to, basically. But it will be with you. It will be with you early next week. I'll give you all the details later. Just in case you thought I forgot about you, you or John thought I forgot. No worries. The postal strikes have screwed everything up. Behave. 1 minute injury time. I already know it's half time because the phone's giving it away. Again, doesn't happen if you don't stream it and you actually show it properly. You wouldn't have this notifications giving it away of what's happening in the game. But it's 0-0. Yay! Woo. Everybody dance. As I say, there has been, again, I keep saying it, there has been improvements, but there's still a lot to be desired. We are being a bit free and easy and giving the ball away way too much, in my opinion. And invite a bit more pressure on when we need to. We are creating chances in the final third. We had a few chances to score so far. So if you've been being selective, so I say. But we have had chances. It's more than what we had against West Ham, put it that way. But there's room for improvement. John has, for all my critique of him as a manager of Arsenal, he needs to get into the girls and iron out these mistakes. Otherwise, I fear players I don't like are going to come on and make me even more my anxiety up through the roof, basically. One 0 behave. No, there's a goal and it's gone to lead. That cannot be right. No manager leads. That can't be out. There's got to be VAR ruling that out. Behave yourself. I can't even go and check either. Actually, on my. So he just kicked off. Fucking hell, they just kicked off as well. Wilfred Ganato with the goal as well. Bloody hell. The very first attack. scored the very first attack through a great finish by Ganato. The Italian plays a 1-2 with Bamford. Then unleashes a superb low shot into the corner past De Gea. So VAR can't rule it out. And it's at Old Trafford. Oh, yeah, it's at OT as well. Come on, Leeds. Who would have thought sacking your manager would actually improve the players? Oh, dear. You got to laugh. Come on, Leeds. Imagine Leeds beat Man United tonight. Oh my god! And they've got to play them again at the weekend at Ennan Road. Oh my god! Obviously, early on, so I don't want to get too carried away. Cheese is saying, I was born in St Luke's Woodside Hospital in London '66. Lived in Islington until 1980 and moved to various digs in and around London. Moved to Gosport in 2017. Oh, okay. Been an Arsenal fan from about '79 when we beat United when Alan Sanders scored the winner, the famous 5-minute finals. They branded it. I've got a video for that actually. I've got the VHS for that cup final. Well, when I say that, I mean like literally. It shows the entire cup final. I'll show you one second. Give me a sec. It's got to disappear. I'll show you. No BS and all that. Just over it. All my days. Moved it over that. There we go. There it is. There it is. VHS. So, even though I am young, shows me age. VHS is. I just need all I need, because I do want to watch these again. Get back to all I need is a video player now. A actual working video player. We've got quite a few Arsenal related videos actually. But yeah. I'll put it over there now. I'll get back up again. Bloody hell. Pig couldn't go mental. He's in a hotel. Yeah, he moved out there, hasn't he? Or he's in the process of moving out there, something like that. But he's at the moment moving from hotel to hotel. I prefer Norwich to Leeds. You prefer anyone to Norwich? Let's be honest. Apart from Leeds, obviously. As I say that, reading properly. Come online. Mr. Tom is a funny bloke. Not all Leeds fans are that bad. Talking of Tom, he hasn't been in tonight, surprisingly. Usually he's on it. Especially with United, obviously, Leeds playing United, he usually is either way in the chat. He's watching, obviously, that and us as well. So that's a bit of a shock there that he hasn't popped in yet. But probably he's just focusing on Leeds at the moment. He's probably losing his mind. Leeds just scored. It's a miracle. And because it's against United as well with his hatred, he's probably I'll let him off tonight because obviously it is Man United as well. The hatred, that's rivalry they have between each other. In that sense, you kind of have to let him off on that. Oh dear. The year before lost to Ipswich. Yeah. Don't remind Stefan. Stefan is one of them. He's an Ipswich fan himself, so every now and then he loves to remind us of that cup final. Jammy bastard. Oh dear. So yeah, out of interest, obviously, welcome to the channel and all that, and I hope to see a lot more of you going forward. Obviously, what are you making of the season so far? Obviously, out of nowhere, we're mounting a title charge and we're leading the line against the likes of Man City and all that. And we had a bit of a blip on. I say bit of a blip on Saturday. Hopefully, last Saturday afternoon. Yeah, hopefully that's a one-off. And this Saturday coming, we right the wrongs of last Saturday and send out the message that we ain't going anywhere. We're here. We're not going to fall off what we usually do in previous title charges since going to the Emirates. I swear to God, if Arsenal fall off like they did, not in terms of title charge, if they fall off like they did in 07, 08 and 9-10 season in around February, March time, respectively, both times. If we do that again this year, I'm going to say it now. There's a fucking curse on us at that stage at the Emirates. Then there's a curse. That's all I'm saying. It can't be a coincidence that three title charges every time we fall apart at the same point of the season. I don't mind the Gooners. If people are decent to each other, I don't mind who support. Yeah, exactly. I mean, sadly, there is idiots out there in our fan base, in probably your fan base and others around the world. There's the odd idiots, don't get me wrong, but there is a majority of us that actually are decent and decent to each other, and look out for not just our fellow supporters of our own clubs, but other clubs as well, within reason. Tottenham goes fall for Cliff and Dyer, I don't care. But yeah. I mean, again, I'm actually going to go on a little mini rant here, Stefan. So get your popcorn. I said it at the start of this stream. They keep saying they want to in terms of the BBC, the media themselves, they want to do their bit to help progress the women's game along and all that. But yet again, they've shown their hand in terms of they've picked the FA Cup over this game here between Man City and Arsenal in terms, and I say they picked it. I mean, they've literally gone. We could put the FA Cup replays on iPlayer, but actually we're going to put them on the BBC over this, and yeah. And then even to rub salt in the wound, they haven't even gone and got a punditry team to cover the game. So now it's half time, and they're showing literal crap at half time of stuff they filmed probably back in the summer. This does my bloody loafing. Looks like Leeds may not need Allardyce. They just need an assistant manager. It's surprising how many Celtic and Rangers fans get along. Never read the silly but comments on YouTube. Yeah, you wouldn't get that of Arsenal Tottenham, for example, my friend. That would never happen. Contrary to a certain channel out there on a big platform, I mean, and best of enemies. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do when money's involved. But yeah, oh, my legs. Ow, that did not jiggle. Yeah, Leeds, it turns out nice. That's a nice little dig there from Colonel, but even Leeds ain't that desperate. Surely not. Oh dear. So yeah, obviously again. I'm assuming Cheese is still there in the chat, listening and all that. So yeah, you've been a fan for obviously a while. So obviously you've got more. You've been obviously a fan longer than me, obviously, and because I'm again for disclosure, I was born May 20th, 89, so 6 days before the event of Anfield. So as I've got older, sort of looking back, it sort of made sense that I support Arsenal anyway, in that sense, if you think about it. But anyway, so yeah, I've only really known that the George Graham era / Wenger, and now we're going into so we've had the breathe up, I am now in the Arteta sort of phase. So the majority of my Arsenal supporting life was Arsene Wenger. Obviously, George Graham was the start of it. We had Bruce Rioch in between for a year. We want a rant. Only you want the rant, Stefan. Only you want the rant. Let's be honest. Oh dear God. Oh dear. No, so yeah, as I say, I've known the George Graham era. I'll say not most of it, but a good chunk of the good chunk of the George Graham era, basically. The Bruce Rioch season. And then Wenger came along and changed everything for us, not just for us, but in football in general. And yeah, and to a, I've, yeah, I think I've always said at digs at Tottenham and all that. I've always said in my lifetime, I've been since I've been born. Arsenal have won the league in '89, in 90, 98, 2002, 2004. Then you've got the '93 League Cup, and then you got the '93 FA Cup. That we 93? Yeah, it was '93. I don't think it was. It was '93, wasn't it? Because then the following year was the Super Cup, the Club not Super Cup, the Club European Club Cup, the European Clubs Winners' Cup thing, whatever you call it. Got my head now, but yeah. So the league titles I mentioned, the League Cup there in '93, the FA Cup in '93, the FA Cup in '98, in 2002, 2003, 2005, 2014, 2015, 2017, and 2020. And then you've got as I say, the European Cup Winners' Cup in '94. Could have won it in '95, but yeah, the goal that I don't want to talk about. But anyway, we could have had we could have had the UEFA Cup in 2000, Champions League 2006. Could have, if I could have, should have, could have, would have. But it is what it is. But yeah. So I've seen my team. I've seen the team we always support. Most of us support here wins a vast amount of trophies, and I find it funny that Tottenham are regarded as a big club, and in my lifetime of nearly 34 years, come May, they've only won a League Cup and an FA Cup, and that regards them. That's it. They haven't won any European Cups of any sort. They haven't won a league title, but they're a big club. So disrespectful to forget about Big Brucey. Big Brucey. Brucey, yeah. Be honest. The Arsenal board didn't take. They could have gone for Wenger a year early. They decided no, we're going to play it safe. Keep with tradition, and work within what England produces anyway. And it's they went for Bruce Williams, and it just backfired, and it almost cost us losing Ian Wright. And yeah, Bergkamp came in, but he wasn't even using Bergkamp to his full ability. Platt, bloody hell. It was a weird season, that one, that '95 season under Bruce. But when you obviously years down the line, and you're hearing like this and that, and what he was like off the pitch and all that as a manager, not really surprised that obviously David Dean after 12 months was like, "No, you're gonna listen to me," and they bit the bullet and went and got Wenger. And as I say, the rest is history. Girls are back up for the second half now, waiting for the game to get back underway. So yay, Isabel, bloody hell! How you just woke up or something? Fucking early by the sounds of it, but yeah, it's got to be early. You must have just woken up, as Isabel. Izzy. Oi, Mr. Bungle. Your profile picture's got a lot to be desired, my friend. Oh dear, the most normal one out of the lot, but still. I'll be back on briefly. How you doing, my friend? Anyway, hope you're keeping well. if you just realised, we were talking about that 10 minutes ago, you've only just realised. Oh, not much. It's the second officer's on the way, is he? Is he? Gonna kill me on Instagram, I know you are, because you're gonna DM me, but like, why you call me Izzy for? Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, off to work. I'm gonna say, bloody hell. Fair enough. Anyway, take care. Have a good day at work anyway. In your new job as well. So behave. Is all I'm gonna say. A City attack. Don't score now. I said that, for God's sake, City. What drama was that? What? Where? Who? Drama? Good goalkeeping there. Good goalkeeping. I've had a feel that he sacked the manager. Bloody hell. Wasn't he the guy that was linked to Leeds? That he used to work under Bielsa? I didn't say there's no drama on my end. Yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, wasn't he the guy who used to be the assistant to Bielsa when Leeds were in the Championship? He would have done his own thing. Did well last season. Obviously, he done no well this season, but bit random to sack him now. Here's what it is. I mean, Colo Touré, former Arsenal player, first job was at Wigan. 2 months in, I know he didn't win any games, but gets sacked like that. Didn't even get a transfer window. Just like, oh. And we're back. Sorry about that. Microphone. Yeah, again. Decided it wanted to disconnect and then wouldn't reconnect. So I've had to refresh my page and I'm back again. Yay. I'm back again. It was on the basement. You said look it up. What for me to say? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't put a clue what's going on, but still. And Izzy, you know I behave. I always behave myself. What's the best looking clown you've ever seen? There's a whole different conversation there, Mr. Bungle. Can we talk about food instead? We're not going to talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about the food side of things. Whilst I go for McGuinness. And become a raging alcoholic. Oh dear. If you haven't already, guys, do smash that like button. Do subscribe if you are new to the channel. And do share the content around. Oh, ref. Talk about leave it like, was it 15 to 20 seconds after the foul was committed? You go, okay, free kick City. Didn't fucking barely touch the girl. Literally wins the ball. Bunny goes down. You wait 15, 20 seconds and then go, fuck. Free kick, Man City. Like, are you taking the piss? Go on, Caitlin, go on. Hold it. Aye. If you want to share links to any, like certain, obviously promote certain channels within reason, obviously, as long as you don't abuse it, feel free to guys put links in the chat and share amongst the way, so it's easy for people, for anyone who wants to subscribe to click on it and just go and subscribe, basically. As long as it's within reason, obviously, as I say, don't abuse it and just bombard the chat with links. Go on, Kim. Go on, pass it. Go on, Kim. Someone get open. That'd be fantastic for her. Well done, Kim. That's not a free kick. I don't know what it is. Sorry, I can literally just hear the fans chanting in the background over the North Bank. Unlucky. Try to play Route 1 football over the top and pause too much pace in the ball, basically, for that to happen. Go on, man. Put the pressure on. Go on. Right. Force the air as well. Done, Katie. Right place, right time. Let's go. Come on. If you can get some support and not go backwards, that'd be fantastic. Or just go backwards to the last defender. Yay. Go on. Go. Canton up. Yeah. Move. Oh, behave yourself. This ref. Again, the challenge was made. Both it's 50-50. Lottie Wivenway, Arsenal player, has the ball, so you then proceeds. She doesn't make the foul. She doesn't even make the foul. She just runs. The play runs into her, like literally goes into her. But she someone hurts herself. Lottie's done nothing. The ref's waited again 15 seconds and gone, no, it's a foul. And now she's booking her. This ref hasn't. These refs are so shit. It is unbelievable. And why isn't the assistant saying, actually, you've messed up there? It's right in front of the official there. Why can't the official call him over and say, no, this is what's happened, actually. You need to sort of put that card away, if anything. It's not a foul. It's ridiculous. You don't know what you're doing. And look, she's fine now. Look, after making a challenge and going down, making actually had her fucking ankle taken off her, she's now continuing to play. She's walking fine. Not even limping. Taking the piss. Again, what pisses me off? I've seen the replay now, so I know it wasn't a foul from Lottie. If anything, it was a foul against her in terms of the Man City players trying to take her out. Wow. Vine branching out to all genders. Oh, mate, you know my channel's open to any and everyone. I don't say I don't put it out there that this is a men's the old school men's only club and all that bullshit. It's all. I've had women on here in terms of on the stream as well. Andrew's in here earlier as well in terms of in the chat. It's just again because there's so many Arsenal platforms you're competing. It's just slowly but surely the channel's starting to get noticed in a positive sense with more women coming in. Plus Isabel, I've known for God knows how long. Years. Good friend. Good friend. Lives on the other side of the world, but she's a good friend. And this ref is pissing me off. This ref is complete. Hasn't got a clue what she's doing. No rants. Kind of drop the Robina Roy Guinness. I've got again. These are the Guinness. I've got literally this Guinness I bought for the Christmas New Year's period, and I got a pack, a box of 10 cans or tins, what you want to call them, maybe on the world. And what after the festive New Year period, I had what, four or three left. Had one the other day after getting majorly aggravated, and I just thought, you know what, just calm myself down and I'll enjoy it. Because it was after Saturday, so after the Arsenal lost against Everton, so I was just like, calm myself down a bit in terms of what I just witnessed for fucking hour and a half. BS. I thought, calm myself down, and I had two after this. I've got one more after this. I'm not. I won't say my drink. I have a social drink, but I'm not like heavy. Like I've got to go all out and get absolutely lashed or whatever. I enjoy myself without going overboard in terms of the drinking side of things. Say that. Say that. Sorry. If come May, the men's team win the league title, I think they might go out the window for a few days. I have an Earl Grey tea addiction. I'm more of a coffee man myself. In terms of hot beverages, I'm more of a coffee person myself. Don't mind the occasional tea, Earl Grey, whatever. The occasional one, but more predominantly, when it comes to hot beverages, a coffee person myself. It's saying something. It's 0-0. We're talking about fucking beverages now. Go on, hey, you bastards. Lucky bastards. Fucking deflecting that. Go on, Raffaele. Go on. Go on, Kim. Again, this is far better than what I saw, even though it's 0-0 still. This is far better than what I watched against West Ham on Sunday. Far, far better. Say that now we go on news now. You watch. Famous last words and all that. Love days. But I might try that in terms of the Ribena into the Guinness and all that. I might try that. Got plenty of it one day. You sub, Mr. Bonga says you sub to that channel. I can look through your sub, Stefan. Bloody hell. Bit light-hearted stalking in the chat here. That's good to know. I was fucking up my arm. I almost went there. Oh, that's a corner. Of course, it's a corner. Nowhere near the goal. Didn't hit a defender. The keeper doesn't get a touch to it, but it's a corner. I swear to God, this ref. No one touched it. No Arsenal player touched it, and they've got a corner. What the fuck is this ref on? Oh, fuck's sake. Seriously, they're actually wasting time trying to get a football. Chris saying B&M have had all Ironborough, and I don't mind Ironborough. Again, I grew up as a kid, loved Ironborough and all that. Not what's it actually fucking hell, almost. Oh, that didn't feel good. No, I'm gonna say in terms of Ironborough, yeah, as a kid, I used to love Ironborough. I've had it recently as well, but as I got like my teen, early 20s, I sort of didn't really drink. No, I don't know why. I just didn't go out my way to find and drinking all. But during the pandemic in the UK and all that, when you go into the shops and getting bits and pieces and all that, I found myself only a couple of times getting out the big thick off bottles of like the 2 litre stuff, so having the occasion again just pouring a glass and taste exactly for what it actually tastes any goals it. No goals it, cheese, no goals it. A few chances, don't get me wrong, but still hit the crossbar. Caitlin Ford in the start of the second half did hit the crossbar. Oh, go on. The goalkeeper comes out. Fuck's sake. Oh my God, don't fucking give away possession there. Get back. Go on, Leah, do your job, please. Oh, fuck off this ref. Given City literally everything. This time doesn't hesitate either. Doesn't even hesitate this time. Leah Williamson wins the ball fair and square there. But because Lauren Hemp goes down and starts screaming, literally said that, ref gives a free kick. Fuck me. There's no hiding who she's backing tonight then. Wonder if she's from Manchester by any chance. That's the usual FA thing to do. A Manchester team playing against a London team. We'll put a ref from Manchester in charge. What can go wrong? But yeah, I was talking about Iron Brew, wasn't I? Yeah. I was saying about the taste of it. That tastes exactly the same as it did when I was a kid. Unlike as you grow up, you notice other things start tasting different or whatever, or things get taken out and this, that, and the other, and you can tell. Like Dr. Pepper as a kid doesn't taste like it does now. Coke's been messed about with and this, that, and the other. Good goalkeeping there, well done. Yeah, it's one thing that actually really hasn't changed in one sense, but still, it's. I wouldn't recommend drinking Iron Brew regularly. Like, don't make that your regular drink. It is a very sweet tasting drink. And too much could make you feel a bit fucking hell. The sugar they all change the recipes, yeah. The sugar tax, yeah. But ironically, what I'm saying is that the one thing in terms of flavour wise, hasn't changed was Iron Brew for some reason. Not complaining, but yeah. And our goalkeepers now. Tonight's goalkeeper, anyway, D'Angelo, she's not looking good. She's holding up, overstretch her arm and get some sort of pain out of her arm there. We've got whacked by the looks of it. But it's like, oh, tough, you can play on. My ears burning, so someone talking about me. Oh, fucking defend, please defend. The fuck was that? Oh, that's smart. That's great thinking, isn't it? Yeah, just smacking it over the bar. So who's coming on? Oh, we've got Leah Herning and Stina Blackstinius, and who's it? It's a new one? Oh, Steph Catley. Lottie's going off, so that means if Lottie's going off, that would mean then Leah's dropping into the defence. And Kate is going, playing? I don't know where. Steph's going to go to centre back and left back, sorry, and McCabe's going to go further forward. Palova's gone off for Herning. That's why I'm just calling him Cheese, Mr. Bungle. I literally saw, it's like in my head, reading it in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm calling him Cheese. He can be called Cheese. It's genius, don't get me wrong, but I'm not wet behind the ears enough to fall for that one. Oh dear. But obviously, it's still more than welcome. Obviously, we've made him welcome into the channel and all that. As I say, they're giving the ball away again. Oof. I think Emerson should scrap the All or Nothing and do a series on Jurgen Klopp living like no sound. Oh dear. Imagine. Oh, go on, Kate. Come on, pass. Oh, you bastard. Stop pissing me off. Oh, stop giving it away. I'm getting stressed now. 65th minute. I'm going into the stressed mode as I was on Sunday. So I keep saying Saturday for some reason, but on Sunday for the women's team. As stressed as I was on Sunday and getting aggravated, it's now brewing. It's now brewing, and that's not a good sign. Especially this is a semi-final. It's got to be resulted tonight. Any updates on the Leeds United game, by the way? When I say Leeds United, I mean Leeds versus Man United, or Man United versus Leeds, whatever you call it. Go on, Katie. Go on, Katie. Oh, it's over the hit. Hurling. Oh, the crossbar again. For fuck's sake. It's not our night tonight, is it? Kim Little. Oh, it deflects. It's got to be a corner. Lee Hurling literally comes on. First opportunity. Hits literally, 2-3 yards out from goal. Literally, all she had to do poke it. And somehow manages, as she hits it, to hit the crossbar. An inch lower, and that's 1-0 Arsenal. Maybe it took a nick off the defender, maybe. I don't know. I need to see a better replay than that. Corner in. Poor, straight to the defender. Beat the first player, but straight to their defender to clear. But we've got it back though, so Kim to Vic Via. Come on, take support. Some support will be fantastic. Don't make a jump, for God's sake. Oh, Kate didn't link up properly there. Lee's still 1-0. Bloody hell. Yeah, let's look at the stats if I can while my phone's not dead yet. Not far off being dead, but not yet. Stats. 69% of the ball being with United. 9 shots, 3 on target, 3 from United, 3 from Leeds and 2 on target. Okay. Go on, Leeds. As soon as I say that Rashford scores now, you watch. He always fucking scores this season. I didn't score for pretty much 2 seasons, and suddenly this year comes to life. Oh, why is no one over there? Get over to fucking close it down. Close it down. Oh my days. Get rid of the ball. 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 See? Getting more tense. I don't like it. That's not a foul, apparently. But Lottie Wibbenmore and Liam Williamson get called up on that. Okay, fantastic. Sake. Oh dear God. And my neck hurts. In those wee blue days. Can I have that blue teeth? Come on, Katie. Go on, Katie. Go on, Katie. Go. Oh, for God's sake, no. Maybe not. What I think is I think this goes. If it stays like this, it goes extra time. I believe. Don't hold me to that, by the way. I believe it goes extra time. If it stays like this, it might just go straight to penalties. I don't know. They change the rules every bloody year. Well done, Goldie. Well done, D'Angelo. Yeah, it was straight down her throat from Connie Kelly, but still got as what was it Manarson had to prove. He's still got to basically have solid hands behind you, basically, to catch a ball. Well done. Right, let's get this. Let's do something with this phone, please. With 20 minutes, well, just shy of 20 minutes to go any second now. 20 minutes now, plus injury time. And we give the ball away. You had to throw in and give the fucking ball away because he dribbled. The dribbling backwards for. Oh, this is bullshit. This ref is literally giving everything to City. Anytime they go down, she doesn't even hesitate if they've been fouled or not. She's just like, oh, we've gone down. You must have been fouled. Free kick. We go down. They're told to get. And she's booked her for that. Oh, fuck off! This ref is pissing me off now. This ref is genuinely pissing me off. Literally, we're getting challenged the same way. Our players are going down. Get up, play on. You couldn't be more corrupt if you wanted to, love. God. Ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Dear. Get up. Thank God for that. Oh dear. This is how Twitter reacting to everything. 1 second. Do. Fuck's sake. Come on, Caitlin, come on. Oh, for God's sake, can people wake up in that final fucking third? Chris, I thought you had been found, Chris. I thought you had been. Or was that a mistake? I swear there was reports going around that he'd been found. Christian Atsu. I swear he has. Must be misinformation by the media then. I thought he had been found. Oh dear, that ain't good then. Yeah. It was a mistake. Oh, okay. His agent's confirmed he's still missing. Oh God. But hopefully he does get actually genuinely found, safe and sound and all that from what's happened. With the earthquakes. Keeper. Well done. Good hands. Gotta say, I'm not gonna say no. I'll wait till full time actually before I say it because I don't want to jinx anything. Okay. I just wanted to listen. The reason I was like squinting and all that, guys. I was listening because again, the volume on, so I can hear. And I genuinely heard this from the Arsenal fans just now at the game tonight, singing the Saliba song at a women's game. Literally, I thought I'd wait. I won't say nothing yet until I hear the last bit. And then he went, Saliba. I was like, okay, it's good. It's a catchy tune. Don't get me wrong, but it's not, it's not the men's game. He's not there. So he can do that tune and plug in an Arsenal a women's player, one of the Arsenal girls into that. Maybe. I swear to God, ref. Hurling, let me pronounce the fucking name. Oh dear. Come on. Ain't done too bad so far since it's come on. Obviously, hit the crossbar, could have been a goal. I think that maybe I needed a better replay. And maybe nicked off a defender as just hit the shot and pushed it onto the crossbar. I don't know. But another sub from Arsenal. Maric is coming on. As swing goes back, Maric is coming on for Victoria Vankvauer. So it's a like for like sub basically. Bit of a risk, and it's 0-0 with 15 minutes to go. There could be penalties or whatever. I don't know how they play it out in semi-finals and all that for this. As I say, they keep changing the rules every freaking year. Come on. Come on. Ball in. Oh, for God's sake. I just want a goal. I cannot be doing 3 Arsenal watch-alongs, related watch-alongs, the men's and now 2 women's games involved. So 3 in general, as I say, and not have a single Arsenal goal to celebrate. No shit, love. Commentators has gone, I expected it to be a tight game. Do you expect it to be this tight? No fucking shit. It's two of the biggest clubs in the country in the women's game going head to head in a semi-final of a club cup competition. No, I thought it could be a walkover. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. Well, there you go, you soppy man. You can't say, oh, Man City have had 17 shots, but 5 have been on target. That means nothing then, because if most of the 17 have been on target, then fair enough. So they've had 17 shots to Arsenal's 7, but Man City's only had 5 on target. Seriously. Okay. There's a bit of break in the gaming because one of the players, Man City players receiving treatment. Players are going over there for drinks. The Man City manager is currently talking to his players to try and organise and get them ready to go out again and try and win this for themselves, obviously. Obviously, our guys going over in their drinks and all that. Our manager has literally walked away from our players. He's not giving no instructions whatsoever. He's actually stood 2-3 yards away from the players, and he's got his coaching staff giving out the orders. And people wonder why I've got an issue with Jonas. Jesus Christ. The guy is clueless. Absolutely clueless. Anyone comes and goes, he's delegating. No, he's the manager. He needs to do his fucking job. Otherwise, what's the point of giving the manager's role? Stephen's saying, would be cool if if there would be a crossover with the football music streams. Raphael's been booked apparently, of course, yeah. For whatever reason, I don't know why she's been booked apparently, according to Sky. I'm a bit concerned that I'm so far behind, by the way. I think I'm about to see why. No, not that. How's that a book? Oh, this ref. Because obviously I've got a notification saying that Raphael's been booked. I've now seen why she's been booked. It's not a fucking booking. It's not even a foul. She's made a legitimate challenge for the ball, and the Man City player, Bunny, has gone, oh. And the ref's gone, boom, free kick, you get a card. Yeah, no, I was reading, that's what I'm saying. I just read your comment out loud for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway. Oh dear. Let's go out of this because it's doing my head in. Try and come back in and get a fresh look at it. Actually lets me load up. Fantastic. Come on, come on, come on. Because it's doing my head in. I'm sorry, what? I mean, minutes behind, seconds or minutes behind. $81, 43, 44. I don't know if that's better than what I had. I don't know. I did say though, if someone's going to win this, whoever wins this is going to be. It's going to come within a goal. It's not going to be more. Oh, is it Jen Beattie? Yeah, Jen Beattie's coming on. Get me the comments just taking off the necklace by the looks of it. Before she comes on, really interesting. Who comes on? Who goes off? Unless it's like for like, I don't understand it. Unless it's a like for like swap. Why is he taking it? Oh, he's lost it. Okay, this makes no sense. Obviously, what we're going through at the back now? Are we fully going 5 at the back now? Why is he taking? Why is he taking Liam Williamson off for? And people wonder. I can say it again. People wonder why I have an issue with Jonas Erdeveld at the Arsenal manager. He's a clueless motherfucker. He's just made makes stupid in-game subs like that. What again? It's a semi-final. It's 0-0. We're not even winning. Why are you doing that? If it had been Lottie Women Moy, then fair enough. Maybe get her off, get her freshened up for Saturday. But you're taking off one of our leaders, on our best players. We ain't got many of them left at the moment because of injuries and all that. You're taking off one of our best players and a leader. It's still 0-0 in the 83rd minute. Are you fucking mad? Even if it had been Raphael, both Lottie and Raphael on a booking, that would have made sense. Oh no. Days, this guy does my fucking loafing. If we go to lose this now, I'm fully going to call him out now. Oh, pick off. Go away. Go. Oh, fucking goalkeeper. You Man City goalkeeper, I mean. Fucking saving it at the last second to stop it going in. God, any chances do you want, girls? Come on. You could have saved your man from getting a bollocking from me if you'd scored that and gone on to win. Support someone. Thank you for the throw-in. Look, Saturday's going to be fun, ain't it? Back-to-back games I've got to do on Saturday. 12:30 for this, because the league fixture of this, but away. And then Arsenal at home to Brentford. What can go wrong? Oh dear, gotta laugh. What could go fucking wrong? Go on, Stina. Got away from goal for some reason. I don't know why you're a striker. What you're doing? You meant to go towards the fucking goal. Or the poor touch. What did I do? Oh, go on, got away from there. Go on, got away one there. Go, get it in the box. Stephen, what are you not in the box for? Oh. How many chances? It's not our night, is it, tonight? The chances we're missing either be by saved by the goalkeeper or hitting the crossbar twice or just going wide of the post. It's just not our night tonight, is it? It's everything's pointing towards City going to nick this against the man of play. Either by in the next 4 minutes plus injury time or beyond. Oh, dear God. Go on. Have it. Butchers. Oh, down the goalkeeper's throat. Well done, Jen. Beth. Now she's on a booking. You're going to send her off? Okay. Since Chloe Kelly's been booked, she's made 4 fouls since then. The refs just let her get away with it, and now giving her a last warning. Are you taking the piss? But we're getting constantly, no matter what, booking. But the ref is corrupt as anything. I don't care what anyone's saying tonight. This ref has been piss poor. As he's made 3 or 4 challenges since then that are bookable offences, every single one. And as he's on a final warning, you're taking the piss. Of a breaking play, got a free kick, obviously, but we're now stopped because Man City are now playing time wasting tactics at 0-0, ironically. One of their players is receiving treatment. I think it's Kennedy. Wouldn't mind not even winning yet. They're fucking time wasting. I say yet because I'm not going to fucking say anything different in case they jinx it. Yes, I'm fully prepared for it, basically. I hate this bit. I hate this BS. I hate it. Oh, dear. Yeah, Kennedy was the player for City. He's been getting treatment to now limping off, so there'll be a sub here. Oh, me. All 2 stuff. So all the traitors coming on. Yay. Seth Houghton, former Arsenal academy, former Arsenal defender, betrayed us for the money, literally. When Man City came calling off for more money, so he went running without even a question. And just to make sure he doesn't get sent off, even though he's had like how many fouls I've said since he's been booked, he's now been saved and been sent off now. And Russo's come on in our place. Saved by the ref, quite literally. Oh, for God's sake. Steph Catley with a chance, then literally fell to her, headed it straight down the goalkeeper. No, goalkeeper's throat, basically, positioning wise. Didn't really, at the goalkeeper, so I didn't really test it, but it was on target, but semi final time, intense as anything. I'm actually injury time. Oh, look, Katie McKay's been fouled again. Is there going to be a booking? Nah, of course not. But again, proves my point with this ref tonight. If there's even a slight possibility that Man City player goes down, not even touched, we're getting booked. Raphael, Ruben Moy, Kim Little. 7 minutes in. Where's the 7 minutes come from? Bloody hell. Yeah, where Kate McKay's been legitimately fouled twice now in the last 5 minutes. Not one card being shown. You tell me there's not this. You tell me that refs haven't got a certain agenda, so you say, or refs are capable of doing their jobs. Go on, Steiner. Go on, Steiner. Go on, Steiner. 2 against 1. Steiner. Cuts back. Oh, you divvy mare. This is why I can't stand you. There's a reason you're a free, wasn't there? You've been here long enough now. Why are you cutting back? Have the shot. Oh, fuck. Pick a player in red, not blue. Oh, now the ref. This ref is shit. Basically, but if anyone's not watching, Katie McCabe and I can't see the players from Man City, both gone down injured. They've been down for a good 30 seconds. The ref initially went play on, play through it, play around the 2 injured players. As soon as Steph Katie goes, okay then. No, I can't do that. And blows up for stoppage. We had the ball, love. Don't even go there complaining. We had the ball. Because that's 10 yards, isn't it, ref? You've literally let 2 Man City players walk in 5 yards off our nearest player where the ball was. That's fair. Oh, for the gross. Force the corner. Oh, I got thrown, fuck it. In, now! Straight down the... Seriously, Stenius, do you want to be gifted any more? You cannot be gifted a better chance than that. It's literally on your feet. The ball, the goal line is literally not even a yard away. Why did we bring her in? Why? Fucking useless. And yet, Jonas thought it's a smart idea to waste the entire window. We needed an attacker. We desperately needed attackers. At least one attacker brought in, at least. We needed it desperately because of injuries to Beth and Vivian. He wasted the entire window and waited to the 24 hours to the end of the window to go for someone. It had having to be a rival as well. It's fucking useless, I'm telling you. Yeah, you will, because Man City are going to go at the other end now in the last 9 seconds and score. I know it. It's coming. I can see it's coming. We're too wasteful. There's been improvements, don't get me wrong, from Sunday, but we're still being wasteful in the final third. How's that not a foul? Ref! Are we playing rugby now? This is Six Nations a few days early. Well done, ref. You got your card out. You remembered they go to Man City players as well. Get that ranted. It's coming. It's brewing. Even the longer this goes on, if it goes against us fully, and City nick this now, I am going to lose my fucking mind. Especially if it goes, I don't know. Again, I'm assuming it goes to extra time. It might go straight to penalties. If it goes straight to penalties and we lose, and one of the reasons is because they ain't got someone like Leo on the pitch, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Or Stina steps up and fucking misses one, completely misses one. Oh wow, we've had the 2 City defenders go hit each other on the head. One player goes down, and now Man City got a free kick. Of course, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Two City defenders clearing the ball, collide with each other. Literally collide. One's gone down, stayed down, and now they're going to get the ball back by default. Even though we had the ball was at our feet. Oh, it's extra time, okay. So it is extra time, then possibly penalties. Oh, for God's sake, another half hour of this. Yay. You know what's coming. If we go to extra time, you know what's coming. That's all I'm saying. Ow. And have this all again on Saturday. Woo. Back to back. Even better on Saturday when the men's game comes along. I've got to fucking find a legitimate way of watching that game. Woo. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? What can go wrong? Seriously, we need to go on your game sergeant backwards, seriously. Okay, we are going sergeant backwards. That's wasting time now. Fantastic. Corner. Yeah, you've got to not fucking blow that full time whistle. All the time whistle never putting that through. Fuck that BS. Come on, come on. Let's fucking hit him where it hurts now. Do it now. I can't respond then. Say that if I can give him 20 minutes injury time. Go on, ball. Go on. Oh, fuck off, straight to the goalkeeper. Test the goalkeeper better than this. Come on. I mean, I say that it was Blackstone had the header. She did miss. She did basically miss when the goalkeeper dropped it on the line, pretty much, to poke it in over the line. So I'm expecting a bit too much from Blackstone to score a header from like fucking 10 yards out. And we have extra time. Fantastic. So wasteful. And people can say, yeah, we are missing Beth, we are missing Viv, and we are to an extent. But again, goes back to what I said before, about 10 minutes ago. But be honest, he had an entire the entire month of January to address that, to add attacking talent to this team, even if it was loans or whatever. And did he do it? Did he BS basically? He waited until the last 24 hours to go. Now let's go for Alicia Russo. Linked for an entire month, but no, we'll go for an hour at the last minute and try and force the hand that way. It backfired. He's a joke. It's a joke. He's a joke. And he wonders what. You got people going, oh, I'm seeing the Black Sea. I'd be so disappointed, but I want to have a point to prove. 2 games in since then, she ain't done sweet FA. Leah Herning literally came at the same time and has offered us more and had better chances and has just had a bit of literal rotten luck against her. But she's had more of an input than fucking Stina has. 2-0 leads. Oh my days. At OT as well. At Old Trafford. That's it, snug Arsenal. Don't snug off Man City for being poor themselves. My phone dies. I was going to check who scored for Leeds. My phone just died. Oh dear. Assuming it counts, obviously. Say all this, we get all excited and goes, no, this and now still 1-0. Mate, that'd be their first league win. If they were to win this now. At OT since they were last in the Prem in the age, was it 2000 and in the early 2000s era before they went down? in 2004. Because since they've come up, every trip to old OT they've had, they've been battered in. What is it? This is their first season for there. So the first two trips back in for league appearance wise, they got, what was it, 6-2 in the COVID lockdown season, and then opening day of last season they got battered at OT, didn't they? 6-1. That's pretty good for them. That confidence-wise, that's huge, and it doesn't say much of Jesse March. It doesn't say much for Jesse March, tactics-wise. If second he's sacked, the next game they're going to Old Trafford and absolutely obliterating them. And in form, let's be honest, and in form, in terms of home form-wise, Man United. Sorry. See what the media have to say now about Man United and their home form after they lose this tonight. It's all been the magical, was it 12, 13 game run or whatever? How many games it has been up to this tonight? 100% win rates they've had. They've won every game in the last how many home games, whatever. Suddenly they lose to this. They've got to play them again at Ellen Road on mate. Leeds win tonight. Ellen Road's going to be mental on Sunday. We're underway for the first half of extra time now. Still 0-0, as the scoreboard suggests. Nemeth's in the chat. Big up, Nemeth. How you doing, my friend? But yeah, if Leeds win this tonight at OT, Ellen Road's going to be mad on Sunday, atmosphere-wise. And imagine Man United lose back-to-back. Oh, the scenes. The wonderful scenes. Hope you're good. I'm good, my friend. Hope you're well as well, obviously. Keeping safe and all that. Been a bit of a mixed night for me tonight so far on this stream. We've been, as I said, it's been a vast improvement. A vast improvement from Sunday's game against West Ham in terms of the final third, in terms of creating the chances. It's just putting the ball in the net now. But every now and then, Man City have a little spell, and that's where I'm going to get a bit concerned. And the amount of chances we've had. Hey, look, another yellow card straight away. Doesn't even hesitate. Does not even hesitating to book our players. But literally gave Chloe Kelly, after she got booked, after 2 or 3 challenges got booked, then not 4 or 5 challenges later, and every single challenge was a bookable offence after that. Last warning, 2 minutes later to get sucked off. Literally Arsenal player touches Man City player goes down. Straight away, doesn't even hesitate. This ref hasn't got a clue. But yeah, in terms of this game itself, the Arsenal game itself, it's one of them games where if we keep missing our chances, City will counter-attack and they will punish us. It'll be at a time where we can't respond. And that's going to piss me off even more. I swear to God, that ref. Pass it. Go on. Go on. Yes! Come on! Finally! 1-0 to the Arsenal. Stino Blackstenius with the goal. Great assist from Leah Herding. Come on, now. It's been deserved. It's been coming for the last half hour. We have finally broke through. If only had an extra 3 or 4 minutes injury time, we could have done this. Bring Jesus on. Wait. If you say 3-0 leads, I'm going to cry with joy. Oh, finally, we have a goal. And I can be happy now. Yay, we're going to win. Well, I don't know Wembley, wherever the final is, basically, hopefully. Finally. Come on. Oh, I'm happy. And then Blackstenius 93, yeah. E3. Oh. E3. There we go. Need more than Jesus. Or Jesus, whatever. Oh dear. We have been to say this on corners coming in from City. Well done, Raffaelli. Well done, great defending. She's been superb tonight, defensive wise, in general. But I'm just saying, for what her job is as a defender so far, been superb. Took its time. It took its time, Colonel. It was coming. We deserved it. I'll be honest. Oh my God, saying that. No, we have deserved. Yeah. Over the course of the match itself, we have created the more chances. We have had the better opportunities to get the goals itself, and finally it fell for us. And yay! But we don't want to get carried away because it is Norman it is Man City. It is a semi-final after all. Arsenal. Go on. Feck off. Oh, piss off. Tackle her. Well, one of them, I don't give us got the ball. Just tackle them. Don't give them space. Leeds 2-0, yes. Yeah, Leeds are winning 2-0. Stefan let us know about 5 minutes ago. Yeah. You didn't tell me who scored, though. I did ask because my phone died. I went to check. So I don't know who scored for. He actually put the goal score for Leeds for the second. We got Mr. Mungles back again, yeah. One 0 to the Arsenal. Defend, please, for sake. Great goalkeeping, good defending, sort of, maybe no. That's cheaply given away. We're panicking. Why are we panicking for? Get rid of it. Or not. Varane own goal. Oh, okay. Yeah, a bit of time wasting now. Fuck it. Goalkeeper, I've got to say, this is the goalkeeper playing tonight, D'Angelo. She's on a new recruit from the January window anyway. Didn't need a goalkeeper. We thought, you know what, we buy another one. Didn't need one, but anyway. She's done well tonight, actually, as well. Been solid, been called upon. When called upon, I mean. And got some good strong hands in terms of pushing that ball out there to a defender. I don't know who scored for the evil entity. Prefer Manure to Leeds. Don't tell Tom that when he comes in. If he comes in. Oh dear. Dying up. Bloody yeah, it's going bad. That's showing our age, isn't it? Been dying up. She got to go off. Oh bloody! Oh, she got a smack to the face. But the ref stood. So was it? Kate McCann's had to go off to obviously wait to come back on and all that. She's clearly got a smack to the face and he's obviously took a drink in and trying to spit out the blood or whatever. So there's clearly damage there. Something's happened. The ref. La 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 la. I don't have any cards. Sorry. Oh no! It's an Arsenal player did it. Ridiculous. I ain't liking how we've. Considering we've gone 1-0 up, you'd think the ascendant. We didn't up the ante and go for the second and all that. Since we've gone 1-0 up, we have sort of, being honest here, invited the pressure on, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. We've not took the foot off the gas, but we have dropped back a few yards and we are inviting Man City to come at us. Salty Spoons in the chat says hello again from the other day. Hello, welcome back. Hope you're keeping well, my friend. Had a good few days since we last saw you. As you can see, we've actually had a goal to celebrate this week. Woohoo! Arsenal-wise, woohoo! It took us 93 minutes tonight, but we got there eventually. Cheese says needs. Stefan says I have told Tom he's a good guy. To be fair to him, I find him amusing. He's a fantastic guy. Yeah, good laugh, good sense of humour, and all that. He sports to Leeds, but he lives in London. If he wasn't wearing a Leeds shirt, if you literally just saw him on the stream, he wasn't wearing a Leeds shirt, you wouldn't know he's a Leeds fan in terms of his accent and where he lives. But here's what it is. I'm good, actually, all things considered. I mean, the girls are winning tonight. I mean, after the disappointment of Sunday, Sunday against West Ham, the girls have actually impressed me tonight in terms of they've bounced back from the disappointment of Sunday. That performance, not just result-wise, but performance as well. And deservingly are winning. It's actually got extra time, but we are winning, deservingly so. But as I say that, since we've gone 1-0 up, we've dropped off a few. We've dropped 10 to 5 yards back and letting Man City have the ball now. I'm not liking that. I don't like it. Cheese, you need to behave yourself. Not only can I not read your full profile name, I have to call you Cheese. I can't even read that comment out. Salty's saying I was watching the United match. I'm happy they are losing. Yeah, everyone is a Man United, Manure fan is happy, apart from Stefan. United goal, 2-1. There you go. Told you the comeback's on. It was too good to be true, wasn't it? Too good to be fucking true. So now it's 2-1 now. So Leeds are just going, oh, fuck. 3-2 or 4-2 they'll lose now. Fuck's sake. Leeds, you had one job tonight. One job. Fancy going 2-0 up at OT and fucking bottoming it. Oh, dear. The Main United Leeds, that's on Sky, isn't it? As well. If so, I might just stick around for that after this game. Second half wise, might be the opposite word depending on the score by then. Rashford, of course, it'd be Rashford that scores as well. Told you Rashford would score tonight. I literally said Rashford would score tonight. Second half already in that game. Ooh. We still need to fail. Won't be 2 or 3-2. Guarantee it's the way it's happened. It's set up for that to happen, isn't it? Don't do that to it. Fucking hell! Don't do that to me. Not back in this. It's that man Rashford in the forward. Mixed that's cross of his head direct into the far corner pass. That's the 20th goal to see for Rashford in all comps. This game on at OT. Of course it is. Yes, but I'm not. Mr. Bungle. I'm not. I can't say it because obviously being YouTube, you get. If I said that anyway, if I said his profile name, you're going to get clipped up and all that. And no, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. Not today. It is annoying me how good Rashford has been. Good save again, D'Angelo. come on, girls, wake up. Fucking 10 minutes since going 1-0 up, and you're now putting pressure on our goalie for no reason and dropping off. Could we not just kill the game off now? Just taking control of the game, being 1-0 up. You'd think again, it's got to be a tactic from the Oilers, but any other team in this situation with a better manager, I'm sorry, tactically approaches far better in terms of 1-0 up in the ascendancy from going 1-0 up eventually, get the foot on the ball and kill the game off. No, don't be silly. Not John Ashley's tactics. Oh no, we just invite the pressure on at 1-0. Yes, these sort of teams. What can go wrong? Sorry, it's annoying me how good Rashford has been this season. Let's hope it's going to end soon. You never know. Obviously, it was obviously to a point where obviously the last couple of seasons hasn't been great for him. So it was a pretty much now or never season for him in terms of new manager Ten Hag and all that. So he's pretty much playing for his career in that sense. 1 minute injury, somebody added on to the extra time. In the first half, sorry. Setting the attack here. I'm not liking this. Really not liking this. Can we close it down? That'd be fantastic. Or not. Coley. Keeper. Oh dear. Again, this is the Arsenal women's game. What's that? Yeah. So it wasn't just me earlier. There's Arsenal fans genuinely singing the Saliba chant at Meadow Park in the women's League Cup semi-final. Fair enough, I don't want to do the jingle to one of the women's players and add the women's player's name to the end of it. They can work around it. But really, right? Half time. We're now at the halfway point. Half time of extra time. We have finally we made the breakthrough early on in that first half there. Of the extra time by a Blackstenius goal in the 93rd minute there. But again, went 1-0 up, and you think again any other team goes 1-0 up at any point in an sort of game like this, the two juggernauts going up against each other here. You'd think we'd go for take control of the game now, go for the juggler, just be like, okay, put the foot on the throat and kill them off. We've gone 1-0 up and gone, yay! Let's defend for the rest of the game. When I went to an Arsenal versus Chelsea WSL game last year, all Chelsea fans were chanting men's chants about winning the Champions League. That's ridiculous. The thing is, we technically, if only because they can't do it for the women's team, and technically, even if they try to do it, our girls did it first in 2007. Not only did we win the European title of the women's game, the women's version of the Champions League back in 2007. Not only did we do that in that season, we won all the domestic trophies to go with it as well: League Cup, FA Cup, and the title. So we won a quadruple. I mean, contrary to popular belief in the media and Emma Hayes and the Chelsea fans, but we technically have won and are the only English team to win in the women's game, a European trophy, let alone the quadruple. And I love it. Again, I said this before when the artwork, when I was live a few weeks ago when they unveiled the new artwork for the stadium. One of the things I like about the artwork is that we are obviously incorporating not just the men's history, but the women's history as well. And for me, that you want to look into it a bit, that it could actually suggest that the club are actually thinking about possibly moving the women's team and making the Emirates the home ground as well for the women, for us, all the teams in general, not just for the men, but for all the youth games, all the women's games in general. in the future. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Because I keep saying the demand's there. We've shown it in the season. Three league games. We've proven the demand's there. It's worthwhile, basically, opening up the Emirates for the league and all that. And eventually, we're doing that. You're then bringing in the demand for midweek European games as well, along with cup games, etc. So it's more worthwhile. And then continuously doing this deal with Boreham Wood. And you're not going to have, by doing that, you're then not going to have a situation of the men and the women's team playing at home on the same weekend potentially, and the fans of both teams, but the fans that support the women's game as well, aren't having to pick and choose between going to a men's game or a women's game because it'll be on different days. If they're both at home the same weekend, it'll be on different days. 2-2, what a surprise. I told you, as soon as you went 2-1, I was like, okay, the comeback's on. So Leeds bottled it. So United are going to win that now. They were going to win that now. They're in the ascendancy now. Fucking Leeds had one fucking job. Tom's going to spit in his dummy. Some things don't... Weirdly, after getting off Jesse March, since then, Leeds has capitulated on the pitch, apparently. God, fuck it. Shit, someone's slagging off our old manager. We've got to prove it weren't him. Hopefully, the women's team definitely deserve it, and the youth team. Yeah, it makes sense. Not just financially, but in general, it just makes sense now to have every team playing under the same roof for all the home games instead of doing this BS. Because I won't mind it, Boreham Wood wise. Anyone that goes or has been to Boreham Wood for a pre-season friendly for the men's team or the women's game or a youth game at Boreham Wood, it's not exactly around the corner from the Emirates, put it that way. To put it this way, for example, if you're living, for example, at the Arsenal, if you're coming from the Arsenal station towards Boreham Wood, yeah, you have to get on Piccadilly like Boreham Wood or Finsbury Park or I think now. What was the other one? Finsbury Park or Holloway Road. You have to get one. Unlucky. You'd have to get in one of them three stations on the Piccadilly line to King's Cross. Get off at King's Cross, up and up, a massive trek, by the way, from one side of King's Cross to the other to go into the international line, and then you're on that line towards Boreham Wood for about 35-40 minutes, maybe longer. And but once you're off it, it's like a 5-10 minute walk down the road. But you're good 35-40 minutes on that line, and then from King's Cross to Boreham Wood, basically. And it's not a fast train, trust me. Very, very fucking slow. So again, it makes financial side of things aside, even it does make sense financially as well nowadays. But in general, it just makes more sense to have be the pioneer, be that club, be the first to go. We went first. We were brave enough to go first and bring everything in house and not just have the men playing for example, in our case at the Emirates, we have the women. It's not just the home ground for the men's team; it's the home ground for the women's team, the under-18s, the under-21s, and all the youth teams in general. It is the home of the Arsenal, quite literally. Be them pioneers and be the first, and as I've just said that, obviously. Let's just lead the line and basically be brave, because by doing that, the reward for it will be huge going forward for so many reasons. Oh, this ref really pissed me off. I don't like this ref tonight. I really don't like this ref. How dare you go for the ball? You're winning 1-0. How dare you? As soon as I actually believe Leeds will somehow win, they could see twice. Yeah. As soon as I saw it was 2-1, and then I saw who scored, it was you knew need to throw it away now, and they have done. Unless they can somehow hold on now and come out of a point, they're going to throw it away. But it's like they heard us. They somehow subliminally got a feeling that I was slagging off Jesse Marsh, their former manager, and players said, "We can't prove him. We can't show that it was him. We've got to show it was us. It was us all along. We're just too shit." And just completely bottled it at Old Trafford. Completely bottled it. I mean, they were completely bottled if they lose, obviously, but they've partially bottled it so far. Complete bottle job when they go 3-2 down. And then United are held. The thing is, Man United will be held as gods. And the potential great atmosphere that could happen at Ellen Road on a Sunday could be a very flat atmosphere in the end. Get rid of it, Jen. Don't communicate then. Don't get rid of it. So, man. Did they have a Man City sub or something? Because of who? Okay, well, they're bringing on. I'm assuming it's in one of their academy players. I've not seen her before. Yeah, I don't watch Man City as a regular, so wouldn't know if she's a starter or not, to be honest. Fowler's come on for Andy Al. Man City in the attack here. Get rid of it. Well done, Jen. Hold it. Just hold it. You've got no support, so just might as well hold it. This could be destroying for Leeds. I actually don't want to see them go down they are a big club, yeah. Historically, they are a big club. I don't want Leeds to go down either in that sense. The Premier League's better for having Leeds. Clubs like Leeds in the league. But if their ownership can't get their head out their backsides and actually hire the right man for the job in terms of the next manager, they can't hire the right person. Because they've got to get this right. It's got to be a lot. It can't just be another Jesse, basically. Can't take the risk. Otherwise, he'll be here again in 12 months' time doing the same thing again. Well done, ref. Take your time. You're finally blown up for a foul, but you're going to book her? Or you're going to not book her because it wasn't an Arsenal player being fouled? That made no sense, but anyway. Stefan saying all the rumours that Bielsa's going back. Oh God, they're gone. They've all due respect to Bielsa, good coach that he was and all that, and what he did for the Leeds and back to the Premier League in the first place and all that, fantastic. But you sack him and under a year later bring him back. It wasn't. Let's be honest, it wasn't exactly going great last season. If they'd kept him last season, they would have gone down. The way things were going for him at that time. But you're going back a year, as I said, under a year later, bringing him back in and basically admitting to your fans and all that, we might have got it wrong, even though he didn't get it wrong because, as I say, results and performances were suggesting that they were going to go down anyway. So that would make no sense. There's a sign your own death warrant then to go down. Shut up. I swear this ref fucking books Manon now for that. This ref ain't got a clue. So, hang on. Jen Beattie just got beat up basically 5 minutes ago, 2-3 minutes ago, yeah. Ref gives nothing in terms of, apart from free kick, doesn't give a booking. And now she's getting booed. I'm assuming she's booked Venom, basically. For that. Fuck me. Don't say that. Never that. Don't even breathe. Don't even think of that. That can't happen. Please, that can't happen. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Easy. Oh, mate, if you do actually throw that in the goal, I'd have gone mad. I'd have praised him all night. I'd have lost my mind. Oh, dear. Oh, Lauren Hemp's down. Not looking good for her. For the third time I'm hearing the fucking Saliba chant now. It's like, if you did a chant like the tune, fair enough, but do it for a women's player. Instead of using Saliba's name, somehow working a women's player's name. I don't know who. Don't ask me. I don't know. Bloody hell! It's a bit insulting otherwise. Where are we? Where are we? We're literally minutes or what? Yeah, 27, 28, 29, 30. We're 3 minutes plus injury time away from reaching the League Cup final. Yay! Say that, never reckon else. What's going on? Why is this ref wasting time now? Why has she gone out of her way to run over to our goalkeeper and take the ball out of her hands? She wasn't doing nothing. She was waiting. She was just holding on to the ball. She wasn't doing anything. She wasn't threatening to kick the ball or throw the ball out. That's a massive waste of time that was. Behave yourself, Conan. No, if you feel sorry for Boris, you have a word with yourself. After what he's done to this country, along with obviously then giving the reins over to this trust and all, and look up in there. No, you can't feel sorry for the guy. The guy broke his own fucking laws for crying out loud. Told us all to stay at home and not go out at Christmas and this, that, and the other, whilst having little fucking shindigs throughout the summer and winter of that pandemic. Remember? So no. And then denies it, even though there's photo evidence of him. It wasn't a Christmas party, but he had literally had a photo of him doing a Christmas quiz. Great goalkeeping, well done. Steph's down, Katie's down, sorry, that ain't good. Great goalkeeping, though, getting over at a near post quickly to get that. But, how long are they playing for fuck's sake? Not too long now, not a couple more minutes on this game. I'm assuming about this game. This is in the garden having a party. Yeah. There's the garden parties in the summer. No, they're not parties. They're working outside in the fresh air. Fuck off. They're parties. Your cheese and wine is there, fucking chilling and relaxing, not working at all. No, there's no computers. There's no paperwork whatsoever. You're there with your wine and your cheese and all that bullshit. And even at the Christmas stuff, it was like, no. Well, he wasn't there. It's in your house. No, wasn't there. But Boris, there's a picture of you with kids around and a Christmas hat doing Christmas quiz. No, wasn't me. Boris, you've been fined and charged for breaking the law, basically. The first Prime Minister to do it. No, wasn't me. So no. Bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. If anyone feels sorry for that pleb, needs to give their head a wobble. He brought it on himself. As far as I'm concerned, he brought it on himself. Oh yeah, now it's 2 minutes. Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. In the second half of extra time in the 15 minutes of these last 15 minutes, not a thing has happened. Yeah, somehow we've got 2 minutes injury time. Fucking bullshit. Yes. But he couldn't go out with friends to a social distance venue because of Putin. Well, technically, Putin, if you look at the where the Tory funding comes from, technically Putin is a kind of a friend of a friend, shall we say? If you do your research and all that, the same. All the little minions still vote for, don't. There's an idiot on there's a clip going around on Twitter a couple of days ago. An idiot, a Tory voter, by the way, phoned into this was it Jeremy Vine or whatever it's called now on Channel 5 and went, for the first time ever, I feel disconnected from the Tory party and all that, but I will still vote Tory to keep Labour out of power. And the reasoning was just stupid, but that's the scary thing. And the even scarier thing is, apart from obviously potentially, again, going by the polls, obviously Labour should be winning the next election. In one sense, as we come towards the last 15 seconds, one sec. We'll wait. I'll continue in a minute. Actually, I don't vote for no one, so who cares if I did vote for the Green Party? I think if you did vote, you can't say you don't vote for no one and say you vote for the Green Party because you technically you're voting for someone. But anyway, yeah, we're now into the injury time. Blow the whistle. Let's blow the whistle. Let's get us to the final. Yes. Fucking hell, it's over. It's done. The girls made it hard in one sense. Well wasteful in the 90 minutes. But we got over. Jonas, shut up. You got over the line. You got the win. We've got the win. That was the important thing tonight. After what happened on Sunday, was not just scoring the goal, but getting the win tonight. We've booked ourselves a day out in the League Cup final, a chance of some silverware this season. Early on as well, and now we wait for our opponent. Jonas, why you can? Well, I get why you complain at the ref because he was poor tonight, actually. But in general, shut up. Don't like you anyway. But now we wait to see if it's West Ham or Chelsea in the final. Either way, it's an all-London final in the League Cup final. But would it be West Ham or would it be Chelsea? We will find out tomorrow, and I cannot wait. Hopefully it's West Ham after what they did to us on Sunday. They can knock out Chelsea then tomorrow. I'll swallow Sunday a bit better then, and then we'll just take on the Hammers at wherever we've got to play them and put them in their place. Please be. No, I want. You know what? I'd actually want West Ham. I'm sick of seeing Chelsea in the final against another. So you know what? Plus the fact we've got to play. You think about it. We've got to play Chelsea. We've got to play Chelsea in the FA Cup as well. So I'm a bit in the next round of the FA Cup. So I'm a bit. You know what? I'd rather see West Ham. I can't do Chelsea so quick after enough. It's like no. But I'm just sick of seeing Chelsea in the final against another anyway. And also, it's good for the competition if it isn't just Arsenal, Chelsea, or Arsenal City, or Man City, Chelsea, etc. in the final. But yeah, I'm happy with that. We're in the final. So first chance of silverware. Yay, this season. Woohoo. I need to find out now where's the final actually been played at, out of interest. Let's switch over for the last few minutes of the Man United game then. It's still 2-2. Yep. Jadon Sancho in the 70th minute, of course, it was Sancho. Please be West Ham. Yeah, I'd rather West Ham. Because then we can right the wrongs of Sunday just gone on that side of things, but also it's better than just Arsenal, Chelsea, or Arsenal, Man City, or Chelsea, Man City, etc. Pretty much every other final. To have someone different in there. As I said earlier, my cousin's a West Ham fan, so it makes that day even more interesting. Or the easier team, I just hate Chelsea. I can't stand Chelsea, but Emma Hayes, even though she was part of the coaching team when we did the quadruple and all that back in the day under Vic Akers, She betrayed us some money as well and left us high and dry. And it acts like no connection whatsoever. Just going to put on the. Hang on. I'm going to say Premier League's. Is it not on? Is it on BT then? Man United Leeds. How can you watch Man United Leeds game? Is it not on? They're broadcasting it in the UK. That's ridiculous if that's the case. Let's go over to sports news then.
They go above West Ham in the league. All points count, and if you look before the game, a point away at Old Trafford.
But yeah, Leeds fan, how must it be? Must you be? We ain't even got a manager.
Leeds will be happy. 5 minutes stoppage time. They've just put the ball up.
Yeah, we have to because when you consider the last two Premier League visits to Old Trafford, they lost 6-2 and 5-1. So it's been a lot closer. Just like from Manchester United perspective, I know they're still
So Leeds fans, how it must be, how it must you be. We ain't even got how shit must you. Okay, that's what they're chanting about. Yeah. FIFA Club World Cup results. Real Madrid won 4-1 against whoever. I don't hate the Chesky women. They got a couple of days. Oh, not even gonna go there. Not even worth going there. Oh, Fulham have knocked out Sunderland in the FA Cup, and I'm going to be playing Leeds United in the next round of the FA Cup, men's one anyway. Because of the Leeds women got knocked out 9-0. Just saying, Tom. If you ever come across this. Oh dear. But yeah, in general, if I'm honest, yeah, you are. But I think I suspect going by your taste in the Arsenal women's team, the Chelsea women you've have a liking for, maybe I don't think maybe we're not their type, so to say. Going by your history, arm a leg. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, you know what? Did divert off a bit there, so apologies for that. But yeah, I mean, it took long. It took the pretty much the 120 odd minutes, whatever it was in the end, to get over the line. But I did say I called it 2-1 score prediction wise, but I did say whoever wins, it would only be a goal in it basically, and I was right in that sense. I gotta say, and maybe Man City are saving themselves somewhat because we got to play them again on Saturday. Maybe Man City have saved themselves for that and not going full gun ho tonight and saving some of the energy for Saturday. Maybe I don't know. We'll find out on Saturday. But I've got to say, we were over the course of the match. We were a better team. We had more possession over the course. Even in the spells, even when it went back and forth between the two in terms of having spells each, we created a lot more clear-cut chances. And if we've been brutally honest, if we were more clinical in the final third in the 90 minutes, the game would have been done in 90 minutes and we would have won comfortably. It just wouldn't fall for us in the 90 minutes. But thankfully, touch wood, it did in extra time. And yeah, we're in the League Cup Giannis's first League Cup final as the Arsenal manager. Our first League Cup final since Joe was last in charge, just before the pandemic hit us here in the UK. And even though we were a better team, we got done by Chelsea. fucking bastards on penalties. Literally completely dominated them. Like, I won't have got some game, completely dominated them. Fucking done on pens. It's so gut wrenching, but hey, here's what it is. Why? What the fuck? I'm just saying, going by your history of having a liking for certain female footballers, they don't pretty much everyone you fancies from the Arsenal side of things anyway, as a rule, kind of doesn't has a particular taste, and no man on earth is their taste, put it that way. But yeah, we are going to wrap things up with that on that bombshell. We are going to wrap things up, and yeah. So what we are on Wednesday. I'm going to be back. I'm trying to think now. Possibly might do a little preview show maybe on Friday. I'm going to let you guys know on that one, but we are definitely back for back-to-back streams. Not just back-to-back. We have 3 streams in one day, by the way, because we've got match today as well. But on Saturday, half 12 kickoff, so 12:15, we'll be going live for, again, Man City women versus Arsenal women in the WSL. As I say Man City first because we are going away to Man City. And it's a huge chance for us now to obviously got the wrongs on, not just last weekend, but to put the pressure back on Chelsea and United ahead of their game for the rest of the weekend. And yeah, and then we go from there basically. And then straight after that, literally straight after that game ends, and then go off for half hour, come back not even half hour later, Arsenal versus Brentford in the men's Premier League. We go through all doing all that, trying to find a stream, and hopefully Gary can join us and keep us all sane and this, that, and the other. And then after all that, a few hours break, and then I'll be back. Nice and I won't say even early. It's one sec, full time yet. Oh, it did until so yeah, I'll be back for a match of the day streamed as well. So going to get 3 streams in one day, quite literally. On Saturday, sorry. And then he was probably, depending on how Saturday goes with the men's side of things in terms of the Brentford game, you might even get the podcast a day early on Sunday. Just got to organise all that as well. So keep an eye out for all that as well. Aside from that, well, I don't know what else to say really. Apart from that, obviously, thanks to everyone that's popped on, all the new faces as well. Cheese and John and Neil that's come in as well, and Andrew was in here earlier, and Kim, etc., etc. Big up to you all. Obviously, Izzy as well was in here earlier briefly when she was leaving for work. Big up to you all. Hopefully, again, I'll see you soon. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners, we're in the final. It's not Wembley though. That's the annoying thing. But we're at the final. That's the main thing.